Welcome to another episode at the CanLearn Library at the North Battleford Library. Today we're going to create a magazine gift bow, and you can make it using magazine pages or leftover wrapping paper that's fairly thin and has an attractive pattern. Hi, the items you will need to make our magazine bow is magazines or leftover wrapping paper, a glue stick I found works very good, paper cutter, scissors or scissors and a ruler, Scotch tape or two-sided tape, and a stapler if desired. Okay, so you're going to take your magazine and you're going to cut it up into 3 different sizes of strips. Each strip is going to be 1 inch shorter than the next grouping. So for this one, we've got 3 that are 10.5 inches long, 1 inch wide. This one, of course, is 9.5 by 1 inch wide. And this one is 8.5 by 1 inch wide. And you will also need a 1 inch wide by 5 inches strip that's going to go on the front of your bow. With the size of these strips, your bow is going to be approximately 4 inches wide. Shorter strips will make smaller bows. Start with your longest strips first. Now I want to put the colorful side that'll be face down, so I'm going to fold this way in half, and here we go. Now we've got our mark where we're going to be gluing to, so I'm going to take my glue stick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loop so that it ends up looking, I hope you can see that, it ends up looking like this. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on the back side, like so. Okay, so you can see you've got your little loop. Now we're going to do the other side. Now it's going to look funny if you loop it the same way that you did the first loop. So this way I'm going to come my loop around this way, and you'll see it's going to look like an infinity symbol. So that's what you need to do with that. So we'll just finish that up. And there you go. So you will continue on with the other 2. Layer ready. Now I'm going to do it with my shorter layers. Thought I was missing one, but I wasn't. Okay, so here we go. Just fold that in half. This way, otherwise it gives it a really weird look if you don't have it folded the right way. There we go. So just glue our layers ready to assemble. So what we're going to do now is assemble the biggest ones. So we're going to start with that. So we'll put a little bit of glue in the middle, and they should all line up. There. So if you can see, I've just glued this one here like that. Now I'm going to put a little bit more glue. Ooh, oh. Okay, we'll fix it. Our loop came undone. So we'll just put it back. And now we have our final layer, or the bottom layer. Okay, so now we're going to do the middle one. So just attach that like we did the larger one. And there we go. So now you can see how that's forming up for the middle one. And now we'll take our 3 and make the smaller one together. If you can see, we've got the different layers like that. Now is the time to assemble them. Okay, we're going to attach our 3 layers together. So starting with your largest one, we're going to put a bit of glue in here because we want to make sure that that middle layer attaches to it. You might have to fiddle a little just to get them to sort of fit so that they're not, I'll show you what I mean, that they're interspaced between the spaces. Okay, so I'm going to press to make sure that's in there. Then we'll add a little bit more glue here because we're going to put the final layer on. We're going to take this one and try to fit it in between the spaces, as I said. Okay, so now you're seeing there's a bit of a hole, but that is where this 5 inch by 1 inch strip is going to go. So we're going to roll it and try to make it, let's see here. Do it about, you just want to make sure that that open area is covered by something so that it's not looking like a gaping hole. So we'll tape that together. Put a little bit of glue on here, just so that it has something to stick to. Now the bowl will stay fine just like this, but if you want it to look more professional and you've got a smaller stapler than I have, you can stick the stapler in between the loop part and press down firmly. And ta-da! You have made yourself a bow. Well, that's it for today's episode. So we'll see you next week for the next episode of Can Learn Library at the North Battleford Library. Take care.